Good Lord. If you thought, ladies and gents, if you thought that, I mean, I don't even.
It keeps getting worse.
Yeah, it was at 47% when I did my video earlier.
It was at 49 when I did the article for that Park Place.
What was it at when I did the stinger? What did it just say?
Oh, it
keeps going down.
Yeah, it is. It does keep going down.
Wow.
So these reviews are awful.
Even the good reviews are bad.
Oh, no, they are, aren't they, actually?
Yeah.
God, sorry.
They are.
Yeah.
The good reviews are like, well, it's not the worst thing I've ever seen.
Yeah, no, there's one here which is so egregious. It was in my video. And I mean, so egregious. Where is it? Because it was so bad. It was such a strange... Have they removed it? What? Have they removed it?
Now, mind you,
it's not here.
But they can edit. They can edit at any time, and they can change scores and stuff. Because I've seen that before.
Yeah.
I don't think it's here anymore.
Well, can you not search for it?
I don't think so. I'm just going to load all of them and look through it, I guess. That's so bizarre. Right, let me have a look.
What was the person?
It was Drum Dums.
Okay.
His review was fucking... It was a good review, but it was awful. And it looks like it's gone.
Huh.
I could be... I mean, we'll have a look, right?
That's interesting.
46.
It was on my video. It's in my video. I talk about it in the video. Because it was just so weird as well. Even people in my comments were like, he's got some fucking explaining to do. I think it's gone.
Maybe because he had some explaining to do. Do you remember vaguely what he said?
I'm sorry, I'm so shocked. It's just disappeared. Yeah, it's gone. It's actually gone.
You should have screenshotted it when you saw it.
Holy cow. That's so funny. What? Well, anyway, these reviews are bad, which we should have known anyway, because the embargo was up today, which is the day of previews, isn't it? So this is the day when people are actually going to start watching the movie. But yeah, so let's have a look. On the sliding scale of live-action Disney remakes, Snow White makes it on the positive side of the ledger, but not by much. That's a positive one. That's a positive review.
Mm-hmm.
Presumably, one of the reasons to bring actors into remakes of animated classics would be to add a warm-blooded pulse to these characters. Zegler manages that, but everyone else in Snow White, mortal or CGI, is as stiff as could be. And then this. The witty design and effects work are also first-rate, although rendering the Seven Dwarfs digitally badly undermines those characters, and the story's edges are dulled by relentless attempts to make everything inoffensive. I mean, how's that positive? How have you labeled that positive?
A lot of these positive reviews are just like, well, I mean, if I was given a choice between this and a root canal, well, I mean, it's probably this, but not by much.
From the cringeworthy CGI dwarfs to the auto-tuned singing and forgettable songs, this Snow White is anything but fair. It's a rotten apple. Wow. For every impressive aesthetic choice, Webb makes a disastrous one, such as the decision to render all seven dwarfs as fully digital creations. Wasn't his idea. Grumpy, Doc, Sleepy, Dopey. They're all highly unnerving spoonfuls of nightmare fuel. Yeah, we could see that.
Has Grace Randolph left her review yet?
I don't think so.
No.
I think that it's one of the greatest movies of all time.
Oh, she's going to love it.
Yeah.
I mean, the Latino slant, Paulie, his wife here, that's his wife, isn't it, Rosa? She liked it.
No. Rosa's just a commentator.
What, on the Latino slant? He has other people on the Latino slant,
Yeah.
doesn't
Yeah.
he? Oh, did not know that. Well, anyway, she liked it. So
This movie conveys a much needed message. Kindness is a lost virtue that the world desperately needs. How about you tell Rachel Zegler that? The woman participated in bullying campaigns against Gina
Jeremy
Carano and Jeremy Renner.
I know.
Come on. Is this really
know.
what? And lately she's just been like, we have to be kind to each other. Like you wished harm on half the country. Shut up.
Yeah. Everybody on that side wants you to be kind, unless it's against everything that they believe or think.
We all have to be kind to me.
Yeah.
Unbelievable. This one, Disney's Snow White is good enough for kids. Oh, good. Shining review. Bloody
this is going to put that on a poster. It's good enough. It's good enough. It's good enough if you haven't developed your motor skills yet. I saw Gore and Alan Ng on Film Threat said that they were like, oh well, I mean, like there's cute like little animals there, so like single digit age kids will be entertained throughout it.
Oh my god. Jesus. Look at let me scroll through some of this. So it isn't great, it isn't terrible, it's just fair. 13 out of 20. What is that? What is that as a review?
Who grades
13
out
out
of
of
20?
20.
I don't know anybody that reviews like that. That's the first time I've seen that. It's either a 0 out of 0 through 5 or 1 through 10, or 0 through 10.
When even the Nerdist is flaming you, and then underneath that, it's this chick flicks lady who's just like, well, it's not the worst remake.
How's that positive? Like, honestly.
She gave it a C+. Also, like how I don't when grading a movie, I don't want to see anything that's below a B-.
Bleeding Cool loved it.
Of course they did.
Snow White justifies its existence more than other Disney remakes, but no matter how charming Rachel Zegler is, it still can't capture the magic of the original. A 7.5 out of 10. What is wrong with you? With great messages about community, standing up for what is right and remaining fearless, fair, brave, and true, even in the face of cruelty, Snow White is one of the better Disney live-action reimaginings. Oh, God. Get Rachel's bloody vagina out your mouth.
I made the point in my article that, like, remember when they called Rachel Zegler a supernova on social media the other day? When they had all the shills after the premiere calling it the greatest thing ever, and they called her a supernova. I said, well, yes, a supernova, the definition of it is the cataclysmic explosion of a star.
Yeah.
And that's exactly what's happening to Rachel Zegler through this. I'm going to miss her.
So funny.
I was just getting ready to say nobody in the UK should give this film a positive review after they canceled the premiere there. But then I saw the BBC right at the bottom.
Yeah. Well, there it is. This one's funny. With Snow White, they finesse their formula, do the bare minimum to make a film. This film cost $300+ million, the bare minimum to make a film, then simply slap a bunch of cutesy CGI animals all over it and hope no one notices. That is basically it, isn't it? That is their formula.
Yeah.
I mean, that's mental, isn't it?
That BBC one is nuts. How is that a positive review? They're like, well, it sucks, but I mean, that's part of its charm.
Wow. Yeah, you're right. This is the BBC. This is a positive one. The story is cluttered. The tone is muddled. The pacing is off. Again, that doesn't make the film a disaster. In some ways, the identity crisis is what makes it worth seeing.
It's our imperfections that make us perfect.
Well, no, a car crash is worth seeing. You know, we can't help but look at a car crash when we're on the highway. You know, we look past and we've seen this car crash happening. We all look at it. Can't help but look. But it is a disaster. That doesn't mean it's good. What are these people talking about?
Yeah.
Wow, mate.
Oh, Rolling Stone gave it a rotten. That's interesting. I thought Rolling Stone would be all up this one's butt.
Hang on a sec. One sec, guys. I'll be right back.
It's a strong, may not be the worst live action adaptation, but is a contender for its blandest. So we'll definitely
It earns points as a bedtime story
Oh my gosh, because
it'll put you to sleep.
Fantastic. That's harsh for a Disney movie from Rolling Stone.
Yeah. Variety.
Of course,
loved
Variety
it.
loved it, of course. Like, is this the gayest Disney remake of all time?
Yeah.
Don't you think Gal Gadot is toxic?
Jesus. I can't believe that. It has gone. Hollywood Reporter loved it, as always.
Of course they did.
I'm gonna have to talk to Christian. He said so, he gave it 3 out of 4. That's like crazy.
Who?
Christian Toto, Hollywood and Toto. You don't know who Hollywood and Toto is?
No, I don't.
Anyway, yeah, he's like he's in our community. But anyway,
what community is that? I'm not in a community.
Oh, well, I'm sorry.
People are always like, "This is our community." I'm like, "What community?" I just sit in my own corner of the internet. What
people that all seem to be connected to each other's channels through similar commentary and such. Anyway, Hollywood and Toto is a website. Christian Toto is the founder. He does a lot of pop culture and film stuff. He also has been on a lot of shows that I've been on before. Regardless, he gave it a 3 out of 4. I'm just surprised because there doesn't seem to be anything redeeming there. He said something very positive about Zegler's voice. Presence, power, heavily reimagined Disney classic is what he said.
This is the Drum Dums ones that's gone.
Yeah.
Disney's Snow White continues the trend of bland Disney remakes. This barely gets a pass for the brisk pacing, the entertainment value, and the 2 leads. The CGI dwarfs are the stuff of nightmares, though. How's that a positive review? That's gone now, anyway. But how's that positive? That's disappeared.
That's
interesting.
Really weird.
Look, it's not high praise when you say it's not the worst remake. That's not high praise.
There was a show called Gallivant. It was like a musical, and they had a song, a love song in it called "Maybe You're Not the Worst Thing Ever," and that is Hollywood with this movie. It's like, well, like, you're not good, but maybe you're not the worst thing I've ever seen.
Bad.
I'm sure. What did IGN give it? I'm sure IGN gave it like a 10 out of 10. They just gave Assassin's Creed Shadows an 8 out of 10.
Jesus.
So.
To be expected. Oh dear, oh dear. What an absolute disaster.
Wait, is Caitlin Booth for Bleeding Cool a dude?
What?
Oh, I was just looking at it, giving it a 7.5 out of 10. I was going through it. I'm like, this Caitlin Booth looks like a dude.
Where?
I'm Bleeding Cool.
How can you tell?
I don't know. Oh yeah, maybe.
Yeah, maybe.
Maybe. Right. Well, anyway. Now
Sorry.
we're looking up all of this stuff. Brilliant. Right. It is a disaster. This movie is going to be. How about updated box office predictions now that the reviews are coming out? What do we think?
Domestic, I'm still going to put it about 43 million.
I'm thinking Ghostbusters Frozen Empire level 35.
Oh, okay.
Just looking at my local theater, there's nothing sold. The 7:00 IMAX tonight, there was literally nothing sold except for the 5 seats that are sold in every theater.
Yeah,
6 for me. I sent you mine.
5, yeah, 5 in mine.
Yeah, I think. Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, I think I think 40 million is a good estimate. I think about the 40 million range. That's what I'm guessing. I'm guessing about 40 million. That's my guess. That is my guess.
You know, the worldwide on it's 100. That's the estimate.
Yeah, that's what they're predicting. But that's what they were predicting anyway. They're not changed.
How does it work? How does it work with? Maybe you guys might know this. Like with box office, how does it work for like people that have like the AMC A list or like the Regal Crown Club, where like you're paying like $20 to go see unlimited movies? How does that translate into box office dollars?
A subsidized fee. It'll be because a ticket would have been provided for the show.
Right.
So even though physical money hasn't transferred over, it would be a subsidized fee based on the monthly subscription, I would imagine, if that makes sense.
Because it's like a $20.
It'll still be noted that a ticket was provided for that screening.
Okay. Yeah, it's just
right.
Like I guess they're trying to bank that you won't see more than like 3 movies in a month.
I don't think it'll be the same cut. It'll be a lower price thing. It'll be a different pricing thing. We got some super chats about this. So Graph Webb, in the name of all that is holy, cancel Disney Plus.
Done.
Astute observation. Chaos is Fun says, will Hollywood ever learn that forcing this unlikable bint on the public, after my knowledge, never starring in a commercial success, will never work, and her next starring role should have lines like, would you like fries with that?
I think she will have a very good career doing like Shakespeare in the Park and like Broadway stuff and West End, and I think she'll be on stage for the rest of her career. But
yeah, I could see that.
We were saying on the pro show earlier, we're like, like how many people from whatever like high school theater department that she came out of in New Jersey are just loving watching her fail right now, because she was probably the worst theater kid on the planet.
Yeah. All of her high school friends will be one, but no one's come out to defend her. This is the thing. No one comes out to defend her. It's important, like when things come to light about people and they get blasted.
But wasn't that her?
Anyone says anything positive about them or not? It says a lot.
Well, but wasn't that her most recent commentary? Is she was looking for some female what is sisterhood, support of sisterhood or some stuff? Yeah, I need to find that quote, but I mean, she was like, she's just an obnoxious, terrible person. She just is.
Yeah. A Tipping Barn says, could you say all of these Snow White reviews boil down to the fairest movie of them all? When that is negative. It is negative, but yeah, I like it. Very, very fun. There you go. Let's move on. Let's shuffle on.